It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Attention, valued listener. Thank you so much for sticking with us this far. Okay, alright, I'm gonna drop the...
Can you kill the music? Jesus Christ! What? Why would you do that? Done. Did you just have that the whole time? What? Fuck! I thought it was...
We'll have to deal with that later.
Well, now my volume is all out of whack because I had to shout.
You wanna keep recording?
My
God.
God.
I'll level it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay. So, a few things. Thank you so much for listening. We've seen the numbers go up, and that is beautiful for my ego. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Just a quick announcement. We got a few more episodes to wrap up the season. They are written. I'm in the middle of recording them because I ran out of credits. I was thinking of doing like a couple of deep dives in some of these episodes to explain some of the lore or talk about the process. According to ChatGPT, that's the best way to gain more audience momentum and also create more episodes because they are a bit slow at cooking. Another idea that I came up with without using AI, I figured I'd show my work. So I'm going to post one of the episodes to show you what the Adobe Audition file looks like. It is wacky, to say the least. There are so many different clips and so many different layers that I think, I don't know, it's worth sharing because of all the work that goes into it. One more thing. The podcast awards are taking nominations right now. We have entered this little show into it. So if you wouldn't mind going to the podcast awards, I can find the URL right here, right now. Nope, that is a JPEG. podcastawards.com, and you can register and you can vote. We are in the category of fiction and the people's choice. So if you wouldn't mind putting in top 5 minutes, you do have to subscribe. But this is what you do: you go in, you subscribe, you vote. Unfortunately, you have to fill out all the other registrations. You have to vote for every show. You can just throw a spaghetti at the wall. Honestly, and I'm pretty sure the other shows will be appreciative for your vote. So once you've done that, you can just go back to your Gmail and unsubscribe. I don't know. I would just really appreciate if you share some love for the show and go and vote for us. The registration's open now. Forgot to look at all the other shows in our category. We're in fiction, and I believe the top choice. All right, so nominations. Yeah, we're under People's Choice and fiction. So those are the only 2 categories that matter to me. There are a myriad of other great shows listed in there. I think I haven't honestly listened to any of them. I filled out all of them. I voted for a bunch of them based entirely on their name. And I've made a commitment to try to go to listen to them. And I think that's the least you could do for all these people and for myself. I mean, you're listening to this, so I'm guessing you can burn 5 minutes. I mean, I'll put the link to this on the episode notes. So if you need it there, it's there. You can just follow the link, go register, vote, unsubscribe after you get the email. And that's it. I would greatly appreciate it. I do realize this show is extremely esoteric. I mostly make it for myself and my wife, who is the driving force of this entire journey, of this entire enterprise. She is amazing and super supportive, and without her this wouldn't exist, and I love her very much, and I am so eternally thankful. Helps me out and allows me to grow creatively and talk to myself for hours on end and be cool with it, because that's essentially how I do the whole show. I do it entirely on my own, which has got, it's a double-edged sword. You get the side where it's like, well, some creative choices were made that reflect entirely on my likes and dislikes, and sometimes only I get the jokes, and that makes sense, unless you also get them. And if that's the case, the only social media I have for this show is on Facebook, and the website, if you wouldn't mind liking our page, I can tell you what it is. So let me pop into Facebook real quick. Okay, I got it. It is Excuse Us Comedy. This is it. Let me just read the Excuse Me Comedy. That's right. The Facebook page, it's called Excuse Me Comedy. For those who didn't know, the show Excuse Us is the brainchild or the sequel of the original play that I made called Excuse Me, which, by the way, is entirely on YouTube. Just look up Excuse Me Play, and you can see the whole thing. Over the years, I've been mulling with the idea of expanding the universe and telling the stories of these characters a little more thoroughly, and I rewrote some of the relationships and some of the momentum. Excuses is a little more, it's still satirical in nature. It's still a dark Eldritch horror comedy, but it's less slapsticky sometimes. I mean, not if you listen to the first 3 episodes of season 2. That was just straight up Naked Gun, which is something I always wanted to do. So Excuse Us it's slightly more serious. I wanted to take the serious tones a little more. And when you have the full freedom of audio and nobody really overlooking at your shoulder when you're making what you're making, you can make a lot more creative choices. So the Facebook page, once again, is Excuse Me Comedy. That's the name of the Facebook page. And you will see Excuse Us. You will see pictures of it. I posted a link in there also for the podcast awards nomination. So if you wouldn't mind going and doing that. And if you want to drop us a line, be like, hey, I'm listening to the show. Because there's no way otherwise I know if anybody is listening to it. Except for that, I have one review. The folks at Podcast Geek. Is that what it is? It's called, The Podcast Geek. I'm sorry. The Podcast Geek. They wrote a wonderful review about the show. Shout out to the Podcast Geek. We only did get 4 delicious brains out of 5, which is fair. It's fair. As I mentioned before, I am doing this entirely out of my own volition to entertain myself. So maybe some polishing, a little bit of polishing could have been done. Which is, it makes sense. The jokes are a bit esoteric. The story is not straightforward. It's all about the journey, not the destination. I gotta say, if you ever watched the original Cowboy Bebop, that's kind of like what I want people to feel like if you were to just drop in on any episode at any given time without knowing the characters or what's going on, and you still have an A to B story and have a good time listening to it. That's what I want my shows to be like. Because I'm going to tell you, every time I go and check out a new show, sometimes I'll go to the pilot. But here's the deal. The pilots aren't usually super refined in most shows. So I don't have the commitment to stick through like 700 or 1800 episodes to be like, in episode 79, they really started getting their tone. I don't have the capability for doing that. So in a way, I'm doing this again for myself. If I were to listen to my show at a random episode and be like, wow, that's weird, but I enjoyed it. And then more of that, please. So that's how I wrote it. So they wrote a wonderful review. The Podcast Geek, you can subscribe to them on Facebook and check out their website at podcastgeek.blog. They wrote a review for my show there. They call it very idiosyncratic, which is fair. Again, all fair thoughts, all fair points. We'll take that into consideration and completely ignore it. Keep checking on. Now, some of that does get to me. No, it doesn't. But still, it's fun. I appreciated the thoughts. I appreciated them the time to listen to the whole show twice. That's more commitment than I've asked of anybody. Honestly, the fact that anybody listens to any of this, I don't know if anybody's going to listen to this at all. But you know what? There's a lot of influences that go into these episodes. And I've never listened to Mark Maron before now when I found out he's going off the air. And apparently he's been doing this since podcast is a thing. And this is what he does. He just rambles on. And apparently that's a thing people like. So as an homage to Mark, this is this episode. So also ChatGPT said, maybe you should do something like this. And I'm like, okay. I'll try it. Because otherwise, there's really no way of knowing if anybody out there is listening to these ramblings. You know, I feel like Three Dog and Fallout, just like I'm broadcasting to the world and I want to know if anybody hears me. That would be cool. Because the only thing I have is this one review on Spotify that just trashed the show because of the AI I used. And in my mind, it's no different if I do
this with Adobe Audition, where I sound like a robot or like I don't know.
This is my version of what would, Lord Vader would sound like. Or if I do this instead.
Like this. This is just technology at its best. Like sounding like this is just a click of a button for a filter. I consider this to be a filter, right?
And I sound like Ms. D, which is
like this.
In my mind, once again, totally the same thing.
I think it just adds layers.
I'm just using tools that are available now because we live in the future, and sometimes the future is great.
I like it.
And I'm taking full advantage of that.
I like it.
Wouldn't you say?
If anything, is this is just for me.
I agree. Okay. Anyway, so that's this short and long. So if you were wondering why there has not been a new episode, it's because I ran out of credits and I have the episodes written and I began recording them now since my monthly subscription has renewed. So there should be an episode coming up soon. If you have any questions, comments, anything you want to shout out, you can go to our Facebook page and like the page and post in there and drop a hello. Or if you want questions, I was thinking of doing before ChatGPT suggested that I do this, a little bit of a more audience interaction and be like, hey, if you have any questions, any character motivations, anything that did not make sense, which I'm pretty sure there's a lot that doesn't make sense sometimes. See, the way I view the episodes are entirely on a journey kind of way. They're all about the moments that are happening and not the longer overarch of it. And that's why I think why these episodes are so non-linear. So anyway, let's see if this is entertaining for anybody. A little bit of ramblings, a little bit of what's going on in the show. We're at mid-season right now. Taking a small low. Oh, also, I've been taking clips while I was waiting for my credits to renew with 11 Labs, and I animated some scenes. They're very short animations. They're on YouTube. And the link for that would also be in the episode description. Now, the YouTube page should be easier to find. I think it's just it's at Excuse Us Podcast. So I currently only have one subscriber, and that's me. I'm my own subscriber, which, is very telling of what the show is in nature. So if you want to see some clips that I animated that I thought were worth illustrating, and see what kind of like the visuals of what it looked like in my head are for these, then you can jump over to that. I'll be doing that more frequently. I like animating, so I'll take a few clips here and there and animate them. And I think that's fun to do. So if you want to go check that out, check it out. I will post some behind the scenes there too, because that's what the AI said. It's good for audience retention. That's it. Thank you once again for sticking with this. And now I gotta go and dispose of a dead body. So, all right. Thank you. And goodbye.
just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I have reached a gold mine. Oh, believe me, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. I lost all ambition for worldly fame. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I have reached the gold mine. Oh, believe me, I don't want to set the world a flame in your heart.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.